You guys brought the amazing and we brought the top 10, so that can only mean it's yet another most amazing top 10 video with me, Danny Burr. Welcome back, guys. If you're new to this channel, this is the channel where we take all kinds of weird and wonderful things from all around the world and put them into a nice little top 10 list so you guys don't have to. And today we've got the top 10 horror movies that were based on true stories. Now obviously everyone's getting into the Christmas spirit now, but if you've had a little bit too much and you'd rather be spooked out, then I want you guys to let me know in the comments below what is your favourite horror movie of all time. Whatever your favourite horror movie is, you guys don't have to worry about it being real, obviously, because it's all fake, isn't it? Fake zombies, fake monsters. They're not actually real, right? Are they? Well, I don't want to creep you guys out, but some of them might actually be based on true stories, just like our number 10, which is the Texas Chainsaw Massacre. This movie is one of the most popular horror movies of all time and really helped define the slasher genre. All you horror buffs will know who the infamous Leatherface is, and it's not hard to see how he got his name with all that skin on his face. But you might not know his appearance is actually based on the true story of killer Ed Gein. Ed killed his victims between 1954 and 1957, and he wouldn't just wear their skin on his face, he'd also sometimes wear a skin vest. Like when he killed his female victims, he would have a skin vest complete with breasts and female genitalia because he wanted to be like a woman. Yeah, all a little bit creepy. Now if you can stomach the fact that that was true, I hope you can stomach the fact that our number 9 is true, because it's The Hills Have Eyes. This 1977 cult classic and its 2006 remake involve a travelling family who are ambushed and terrorised by savage cannibals as they pass through an area close to the public. The director, Wes Craven, said he based it on the tale of the 16th century Sawney Bean and his family who lived in a cave in Scotland and ambushed travellers as they passed by. They didn't just rob them though, they actually killed and ate them. Some estimates put the death toll at 1,000 people. Now apparently the family were killed by people before they were actually brought to trial, which is a good thing really, because I don't really want to hear any more of those grisly details. So let's move on to our number 8, which is The Haunting in Connecticut. This movie involves a family being haunted by supernatural beings after they move into a new house in Connecticut, in order to be near to the doctor who is treating their son Matt for cancer. The most incredible thing about the movie is how much of it is taken directly from the story of the Snedekers. Their son did have cancer, the house was formerly a funeral home, the mop water as seen in the movie really did turn red, dishes did put themselves away, and the lights flickered constantly no matter what they tried. I bet that family didn't want to go see the movie when it came out in theatres. Anyway guys, let's move on to our number 7, which is also in Connecticut. It's The Conjuring. It's the most recent movie on our list, coming out just 2 years ago in 2013. It's the tale of the Perron family who moved into an old farmhouse in Rhode Island with their 5 daughters. Paranormal activity started to occur when the oldest daughter was attacked by the spirit of an old woman. Paranormal investigators Ed and Lorraine Warren concluded that the spirit was that of Bethesda Sherman, who lived in a farmhouse in the 19th century and who locals claim was a witch. Well, the girls who the story is based on, they fully supported the movie. Here's a picture of them here. They said it was all very, very accurate. Alright guys, let's turn up the creepometer now as we move on to our number 6, which is the Amityville Horror. This movie recounts a story of the Lutz family who moved into a house in Amityville in New York where a mass murder had been committed just the year before. After they move in, all kinds of terrifying things start to occur until they are driven out of their home and never return. Well, the Lutz family did exist and they did move into the house where a mass murder had taken place. The killer was Ronald Butch DeFeo, and he actually killed his whole family with a rifle when they were sleeping. You can actually find the house on Google Maps. Yeah, it's really creepy. I don't want to go backwards into the ones we've talked about, guys. Let's move forward into our number 5, which is Child's Play. You've all seen Chucky, and if you haven't, well, I'm sorry I ruined that for you, because this is one creepy possessed doll that causes nothing but misery for the characters. But shockingly, that doll is actually based on something even more creepy. It's based on a boy called Gene who received a doll called Robert from his family's servant when he was 6 years old back in 1906. Apparently the servant was mistreated by the family and put a voodoo spell on Robert. Whatever she did, Robert terrorized Gene and his family for many years. Apparently this doll knocked over furniture, mutilated other toys, and the creepiest thing for me is one time when the family went away on a vacation, the neighbors said they looked up to the window and they could see that the doll was in different places each day. Also, the doll still exists in a museum, so that's like terrifying. Let's move on to our number 4, which is The Girl Next Door. This horrifying movie is about a girl who is left with her aunt and 3 male cousins after her parents die in a car crash. The aunt and her son systematically torture the poor girl through various sadistic methods. Well, sadly, this is based on the true story of Sylvia Likens, who was left alone by her parents with their next door neighbor. When the money to look after them stopped coming in, the neighbor enlisted the help of neighborhood kids to begin torturing Sylvia with beatings, red hot needles, and malnutrition. Alright guys, please stay with me. We're going to move from a nightmare in a house now to a nightmare in a street. It's The Nightmare on Elm Street in at number 3. This movie, directed by Wes Craven, is one of the most famous of all time and tells the story of Freddy Krueger, a terrifying figure who killed kids in their sleep. Well, although he might have existed only in the character's imagination, the story he is based on is very real. Wes Craven came up with the idea after hearing about a group of young, healthy Cambodian immigrants who died in their sleep in LA after being terrified of going back to rest. He said that doctors in the LA hospital heard them screaming and shouting for help, but by the time that doctors actually got there, they were already dead, and the autopsy showed that there was nothing wrong with them physically, which started the whole rumor, well, if they didn't get killed in real life, maybe they got killed in their dreams. So guys, if these horror stories have taught us anything, is that you should always look for signs, just like the Zodiac killer in at number 2. This 2007 movie had stars like Jake Gyllenhaal, Mark Ruffalo, and Robert Downey Jr. and told the story of the manhunt for a notorious serial killer who called himself the Zodiac. He killed his victims and left cryptic clues for the police and press to find. Well, one of the reasons the movie was so critically acclaimed around the world was because of how realistic it seemed, and that's because all the events actually happened. The Zodiac killer was a real serial killer in the San Francisco Bay Area who is linked to at least 5 murders there between 1968 and 1969. Despite the fact that this guy left clues everywhere at all of his murder scenes, it's actually one of the greatest North American unsolved murder mysteries. Let's see if you guys can figure it out. Guys, we've had to face the truth behind witches, dolls, and all kinds of scary things, but it's time to face our inner demon, because our number 1 horror movie that is based on a true story is, and this is my worst, scariest horror movie of all time, The Exorcist. This movie shows us the graphic exorcism of a young girl called Reagan, who becomes possessed and undergoes the most intense exorcism I've ever seen on screen. If you haven't seen it, just don't. It genuinely is horrifying. But what's even more horrifying is that it's actually based on the true story of Roland Doe. Roland is a fake name given by the Catholic Church to a boy who apparently became possessed in 1949 when he was 13 years old, after being contacted by his dead brother through a Ouija board. Basically guys, everything you see that happens to that kid in the Exorcist movie, well, that happened to this kid in real life. Apparently even that horrifying scene with the writing from hell appearing on the skin. Ugh. Alright guys, I'm probably going to go and watch some cat videos now because that was truly horrifying. But if you guys enjoyed it, do let us know which one was your favorite in the comments below. Also let us know what you want to see in the future here on Most Amazing Top 10. We do read your comments and we turn them into a video just like this. In the meantime guys, thanks for watching Most Amazing Top 10. Be sure to hit that subscribe button because we're banging these videos out all day for you now. There's also 2 floating over there right now. There's like so many of them, we have to keep 2 over here. I'm kidding obviously. In the meantime guys, thanks for watching Most Amazing Top 10. My name's Danny Burke and I'll see you very soon.